Hey friends, happy Sunday. I'm excited to tune in for a message for us today. I hope everyone's having an okay weekend. I know there's lots of stuff going on. My prayers are with everyone all over, especially Texas right now. So let me see what the angels want to say today. I did get asked this in an interview that's coming out this week, but like, who are my angels? I just say they're my angels that came to me in my experience, but they've called themselves to me the healing team of light. And it's more just like personal and easy. They make it, that's kind of what they tell me to call them. So that's who I'm talking to. Okay, let me see. Or who's talking to me? I don't know. I know it looks like I'm schizophrenic. Believe me, I would not believe this if I didn't do very accurate readings for people. So let me tune in and see what I hear. Okay, they're actually starting off based on what I was just talking about. They're saying what's real and what isn't real doesn't matter as much as love. Love really is the only thing that's actually real. And we do live in a world of illusion and duality. And as we pull that kind of illusion away, or like the veil or these different kind of clouds we put over ourselves in the physical, we're able to get into the center of what actually matters, which is love. And they're saying in every situation, that's what matters. Political or religious or neighbors, anything, finding that love in your heart and with others is the reason for being. And they're showing me like the love that comes down from heaven, like this beautiful, beautiful, crystalline, pure, pure love is in the seed of, it's a seed in all of our hearts. And as we center and slowly uncover what's blocking it or what is clouding it for whatever reason, we are able to reach that core of love that really comes from heaven and from source, God, creator. Um, Best thing that's how I had my experience was because I was trying to feel what was under my heart. It was almost like an animal finding its way home. Like I was like a migrating animal, almost, they're saying. And that's kind of like everyone. So, it gets really loud sometimes when we've been traumatized or wounded, but you just have to start to get still and try to feel what's underneath whatever's on top of your heart. Um, Despair, loneliness, sadness, like as you kind of remove those layers through meditation, through prayer, through the practices that God like are useful for you, your love at your center. Like all of us, they're showing me our love. It's a trick of the world and a trick of the mind that we ever thought we weren't. And you can get out of that mind trick by just telling your mind to be quiet through the practices, like, and really rooting back down into your heart. And they're showing me they're with everyone who's suffering right now, every parent who's lost a child. They're holding, not just in Texas, but in the Middle East, all around the world. Anyone who's lost anyone is being deeply held, and they're showing me almost like rocking a baby, like each person is being so held. And they said they know it doesn't make sense down here, but every life has a. It's hard for me to say this, but this is what I'm hearing. Every life has a perfect ending and a perfect beginning and a perfect ending. And that is something that comes from God and is not human ordained. Um, Even if in the human world it looks completely nonsensical and unfair. And they're also saying miracles are happening and miracles have happened. Um, I'm sorry, guys. It's really hard for me to say some of the stuff I'm hearing because it's as a human, I know this stuff is hard, but as someone who like had a spiritual experience and knows a bunch of near-death experiencers, it does seem to be true. Is what I'm hearing. They're saying, not, some people have been saved from really dire situations, and those are some of the miracles that happened, and the ones that passed are in heaven's arms. And I'm just hearing it was their perfect time to go. Don't be mad at me that I said that because it's really hard to say that. It's just what I'm hearing. And they're like, I'm thinking about it from a human point of view. The divine point of view holds every life sacred, and it's almost like they're guided as they pass over, and um, they were never lost. Um, the angels were with everybody. God was with everyone. Um, they're even showing me like the children that were washed down the river um, were just completely held and cared for, and their suffering was momentary. So, and they're saying it's okay. And they're showing me like these beautiful children, just like really shining and glowing up in heaven. And again, they're saying it doesn't make sense to human minds. I mean, this is a tragedy. It's what is in the news this weekend. But sorry guys, that's just what I'm hearing. Let me see what else. They're like, I'm just relaying. They're telling y'all that I'm just relaying this message. Like, this is just the message I'm hearing. Um, what else? Oh yeah, I guess I could talk about I wasn't sure if they wanted me to talk about this now or at the end, but I did go see a very cool near-death experience yesterday. It was a speaker, John J. Davis. I'm going to share his like testimony or his near-death experience interview in the comments. It was incredible, and he had like a really detailed experience of like the kind of buildings in the afterlife, and he was really cool. He lives here, so I really just loved it. And it does, just having heard that yesterday and all the stuff in the news today, like makes me um it's very comforting. But they want y'all to be reminded that every soul does have a purpose and a path and a divine plan and is completely held. Okay, including you. So that includes you too. Um, um, I'm also hearing the soul knows when it's gonna pass. Uh, Even if like the mind doesn't know it. It's interesting. Let's see what else. And there's no accidents. They're saying there's no accidents. And there is a really good book about this if y'all are kind of thinking about this stuff too. I don't know if you've read Neil Donald Walsh. His books really helped me during my spiritual experience. I read all my textbooks during grad school, and then I would read Conversations with God over and over again. Um, Home with God and a Life That Never Ends is a really good one, and it talks about kind of the path of our lifetimes, and that like deaths happen when they're supposed to, and they're not really deaths. It's like you finish in your physical body, and then the spiritual side is, as everyone knows who's had an near-death experience, is like much more real. Okay, this message is kind of heavy today, but let's see if there's any more uplifting things to say today or anything else. And they're saying as they were giving the message that each one of us is so like these children were so held, like y'all are all so held as well, guided, loved, and seen and cared for. You're not always supposed to remember it in your physical life, but it's true, and that's why they're telling us to get back into alignment with our hearts, because that seed of God, source, is like in your heart, and it's right there. Let's see what else. Again, they're showing me like to tell y'all it's all going to be okay, and anybody thinking and wondering and exploring, and probably for me too, to come back to your heart and what's the true reality in your heart. Because this world of duality will trick you, and your mind will like kind of take you on these journeys that are almost meaningless really until you come back to the heart, and that's where you can really have a lot of knowledge and wisdom and uncovering. Let's see. I'm just hearing there are no accidents as well. That's something else this guy said in the talk yesterday. I was like, well, I call myself the accidental mystic. It seems like an accident. But anyway, they're saying there's no accidents. So they're just keep showing me like God holds us, God cares for us. There's not anything that happens that isn't meant to happen. They're showing me we can push against the divine flow of life, but not that far. and God's like right here to catch us when we decide to follow the flow. Been there. Let's see what else. Please talk to us, they're saying. Please connect with your creator, with your heart. Um, they're saying it seems very complicated when you look outside of you to find these answers, but it's really all within you, all these answers and all this love and all this guidance. And they're just saying, please trust us. So trust your angels and guides, trust the creator. You have that within, and you don't need to be afraid of it. The guidance is here for you. Let's see what else. And they just want me to tell you again, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And there's nothing to fear. Sorry, that's hard to say because I fear a lot. I mean, I mostly just fear putting myself out there on the internet, like kidding a mean comment, but that's a fear of mine, which I know they say what you fear, you draw to you. So when they say there's nothing to fear, I'm like, okay, I know that's not just for y'all, that's for me too. It's all for all of us. So, okay, I hope that was helpful. I'm sorry I got a little heavy, but there's, stuff going on. And again, it doesn't always make sense in the human world, but in the divine world, there's a lot of order that we can't see. So I'm going to share that guy's NDE. And if you have questions or you need to know how to get connected, I taught a really fun workshop on how to connect to your guides and angels a couple weeks ago. It went so well. I'm going to do another one soon. In fact, I'll probably plan it this week and let y'all know. Anyway, have a great day and thankful for all of you. And thank you for being here. And that's why I keep doing this. Love y'all. Bye.